It was mid-March when it all began. I remember every single detail of that week down to the tiniest of T's because that Monday, my society and we had thrown our annual event, and it was such a big success that the committee team were all on high. And then that Wednesday, we went to a celebratory dinner. And that Thursday, I came home. I started to get these random messages from so many people about so and so's mums, brothers, cousins, auntie, etc., who worked in the military or in the police force, and they were like, "We're going into lockdown. It's happening. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna see tanks on the street. You're gonna see police officers. You're gonna see military people." And I don't really know if I fully believed it, but I was like, you know what? If we're gonna go into lockdown, I definitely don't want to be stuck in Nottingham, especially living by myself in the studio. I knew that I would go mental. So I decided to come home, and I was like, I will be graduating from home. It was day one of the official lockdown because I remember Boris announcing it, and then me and my sister and everyone just were like, "Oh my gosh, it's happening!" But it was day one, and I got bored immediately. It was about, I don't know, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night when I decided to. At first, I was like, let me do an Instagram live, but then I didn't want to know that there were people watching me, and I was just waffling because that's what I do best, waffle. But yeah, so I decided to do something and put it on Instagram TV. Mind you, I didn't know how to do that, so I had to call a friend, ask for help. But I did it eventually, and just as I was uploading, I was like, let me call it Graduating from Home, this series, seeing as I'm definitely going to be needing something creative to keep me entertained, and it will be a break, and I am graduating from home. So that's where the series was born. I made, I think, 4 episodes. You can find them on my IGTV at Blessed Ayenge. And it was really, really cool. The first one was just, getting into it, seeing what it's like. I even had people interact with me in the comments, and I was like, ooh, how fun. The second one, I can't really remember. I think it was the next day. Initially, I was going to do it every day. And on day 3, I was like, oh my goodness, that's not happening. But I would try to be consistent and come up with things that were both, entertaining and sort of not challenging for me, but just, I wanted to make sure that it kept me on my toes. Which is why for episode 3, which I think has to be my favourite episode, I made a Deutsch Donnerstag episode. Hallo und willkommen zu einer anderen Sendung von meiner Serie Graduating from Home. I basically spoke in German for the majority of the episode, which was obviously a challenge. And it got my brain thinking like academically, seeing as I did German and linguistics as my undergrad degree. And it was just fun. Like when it comes to speaking German, I can get very, very nervous. But when you put someone on social media, you don't know who's going to see it. You don't know what they're going to be thinking. So for me to do that, it was a very big step and very exciting. And I was really proud of myself. And I remember watching it back and thinking, like, Rose, your German ain't fully hurt. Like, it's quite decent, But yeah, I got really excited. And I just kept going. It was a very strange concept to accept, graduating from home. I lived at uni in Nottingham, and normally when I'd come home, I would just chill. There was no academic work or extracurricular work being done. I'd come and get my seat on the sofa, put on my Sky Cinema, and just be watching my films. So this time around, to come home and having to not just work but put in the most work on my entire degree, it felt really abnormal, and it definitely took a while to get into. But I think the wake up call was when I had to hand in my first project or assignment from home. Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. Hello, future Rose. I just want to send you a video. I literally just put this on right now, but you see how horrible you were looking this morning? This morning it is now 8:36 a.m. Okay, you haven't slept yet because you're working on your real life work projects which you have handed in. We thank the good Lord. When you graduate with that good grade, you better lift up your hands and praise the good God, because only He gave you the strength and motivation to do this, and we are actually proud of what the final product looks like. Now we are going to go sleep for about 3 hours because it's an online lecture at 1 that we can't miss because they're discussing oral exams. So, let's go. And can I turn the camera around? And we don't think we can. I was going to show you where it's the date. So that is one thing off the list. I'm so tired. Look at these bags. People always cuss me because of my bags, but now there's reason. Yeah, that it is tick. Hallelujah. Right, good night. Look how tired you look. Okay? This means celebrate. As you're watching this, celebrate. It was my real life work project, which I don't think that's a thing that happens at a lot of universities, but it was essentially a project that I did, and the project itself is customized to different people, so there's no set thing that everyone does. And what I did a comparative analysis of being a speech and language therapist in the UK versus being a speech and language therapist in Germany. And yeah, I had to pull an all-nighter to complete it. Obviously, I started working on it, but I had to finish it off. And when I came home initially, I was like, yeah, I'm going to work. But then, you do a little bit and rest for the rest of the day. But it wasn't until like, oh, damn, I need to hand this in. So I started really putting in the work. Like, not the work, but the work. And I pulled in all night of the day before to tweak it off and make sure all was good. And the end product, I ended up really loving it. Like, I was proud and I was happy. And it was a really fun project to work on. So it was good all around. Episode 4 of Graduating from Home, the series, was actually on Easter. So you can sort of see the timeline of all of this. But yeah, Easter came and went, and I was back in the work zone, and this time with more vim. I was being intentional with what I was eating. I was making sure that I was having a lot of brain food, especially at breakfast. I would leave myself encouraging and motivational messages, in various areas. I also had a wall of positivity, I call it actually. So it was my room wall, and I had a bunch of positive and motivating quotes just to uplift me every time I look at the wall. And last but definitely not least, I would get 8 hours of sleep minimum every single night. And it makes me so happy, because if you know me and sleep, we have the weirdest relationship. My family know whenever it came to the summer holidays, I was like, Rose, just her and her sleep pattern is ridiculous. Even at uni, especially this year, don't get me wrong, I wanted to sleep, but sometimes it was just a thing where I couldn't sleep. So the fact that I was getting 8 hours of sleep every night, it was actually beautiful. Like, I finally understood why people always tell us to get 8 hours of sleep, because boy, your girl was on job and she was full of energy, and I really felt like, in the right mind and the right zone. We are really getting into the series, and I'm not surprised. I'm really starting to feel certain ways. Let me just take a sip of my drink. Don't worry, it's not wine. But I like to imagine it's wine. It's grape juice, which is essentially, I feel like grape juice is wine without the alcohol. And I'm just trying to de-stress. And also, this is bloody delicious. Oh my gosh. And you don't even, it's not like one of those drinks where you need a lot. You just take a little sip. You know, I know that's annoying, but I'm by myself currently. Today's Saturday. And boy, what a week. What a week. I think this has been my most stressful week. And the week when I've really been feeling it. I've almost had breakdowns, but you know, it's not, there's even no time for breakdowns. But okay, let's recall what's happened in the week. I don't know, I've just been cracking on my work, my academic work. Obviously, I've got I've got 5 weeks to go, starting next week. And at one point in this week, I was really in my feeling because I was like, I'm basically in the last month of my undergrad degree. I'm getting the last student finance payment of my undergrad degree, and I was like, there's so many lasts. And where I was like, you know, when it's like you're emotional, but like it's not fully sad. It's kind of sad, but it's mostly exciting because I know this time next year things will be completely different. I can't even predict how it will be. My plans are sort of dependent on how this whole lockdown is gonna go, when they'll be lifted and stuff like that. But yeah, I've tried to keep myself sane. I'm actually proud of myself. I've been really strict in terms of social media. I've come off social media. I came off on Monday morning. I was like, no more. I'll come back on the weekend. And even coming back, I'll probably just upload this video, catch up, and then that's it, because there's no time to be like spending hours on Instagram. I've been strict in the sense that I no longer watch movies in the middle of the day. I only watch it as a treat if I've done well that day. And also because I know myself, my siblings are still going to work because they're in the NHS, and I give my phone to them. So at least for 9 to 5, my phone is completely out of reach and I can't distract myself. But yeah, it's weird because I feel like a housewife. Like, I feel like a housewife because I wake up, I can't go straight to my work. I wake up, I have to do my chores, um, do the kitchen and stuff. And because with both my siblings gone, I am the only child left. And so the only child do work. I do my chores, I have my breakfast, I have my quiet time. I've been very intentional these days to properly sit down and have dedicated time. I've done it most days, which we thank God for. It's been really cool actually. I'll do a whole other video on quiet time because I feel like I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm doing it properly, but I'm doing it better than I did before. And it's so awesome how I'm like reading the Bible. I'm reading things I've read before, and I'm just getting new revelations. And it's almost like, I guess, it's like God is having a conversation with you. Obviously, He's not there, but it's something new. And I feel like when we talk as humans, when we produce language, we always produce something new. That's one of the things that differentiates our communication from that of animals. What's the linguistic term? I can't remember what it's called. But every single sentence we say is a made up sentence. It's not like what I'm saying right now. Someone said those exact words in the same way. It's so cool. Let me not even geek out right now, but it's really cool. Yes, I do my quiet time, and then I start my academic work. And then when it gets around 5, I'm like, okay, they finished work now, they're coming back home, and you get excited. And I feel, I don't know, I imagine women who, you know, stay at home most of the day follow a similar routine. I don't know. If that offends you, I'm so sorry. I'm not meaning to offend anyone. But yeah, and what else have I done? It's been stressful because obviously there's not a lot of time, but there's so much I need to work on. And I'm one of those people, I don't speed through things, but I go through it at a slower rate, but it proper gets into my head. But it's scary because there's so much to go through. I've got 2 oral exams, 2 assignments, and then 4 written exams and 2 formatives. So it's a lot. But I can deal with things with practice strength with me. And it's a thing, Like, I get it says yesterday. 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 I was so tired. There was 2 times and I was like, nah, 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 nah. And do you know what actually helps me? Like, not even being funny, it was prayer. Like, the first time I went to God and I was like, nope, I cannot do this. Nope, you need to help me right now. You need to give me the strength. You need to give me the motivation. You need to give me the energy because I'm at the end of my human point. Holy Spirit, you actually need to take control. And that helped. And also worshiping. I don't know if you guys know Maverick City. Check them out on Instagram. I think it's like different worshippers that come together in moments of spontaneous worship, and they produce albums. And their third album has come out not too long ago. So it's volume 3. Listening to that, that album takes me places, and just listening to that and listening to songs like Promises or Lean on His Word or whatever, it's encouraging. And I was talking to my friend Yemi the other day, and she was saying how she can't listen to worship music when she's revising because it will distract her. She'll just start worshiping, which is sort of similar to me, but I feel like those distractions are needed because it motivates me and it sort of refreshes the state. And then yeah, so that was around maybe 6, and then around 9 I wanted to stop working because I was tired, but I'm not like, I had to keep going. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this again. I prayed. And I carried on. And then I went to Spotify this time. And they had a new playlist for me. So I was like, okay, let me listen. And the playlist was beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you. And I was having like a party after that. I was like, okay. And then eventually it distracted me from my work. But I told myself, when I finish, so after this last exam, whether I'm in London or Nottingham, I'm having a party. If I'm by myself, okay, that's cool. I don't care. All I need is me, the music, because I'll bring the energy, I'll bring the ambiance. I'm having a party. If y'all want to come, you can come. But I gotta turn up. I gotta turn up for me. I gotta turn up for Jesus because we made it. And we gotta let loose. Let loose. That is delicious. Oh, Lord. Sorry. This is a long one. There was so much more I wanted to say. I was going to record this yesterday, but it was so dark. And I was on too much of a high. If you find me annoying right now, yesterday. But yeah, yesterday we made homemade pizzas, which you're probably like, what? But it was so exciting. And I know I sound like a kid, but honestly, you need these small distractions because, well, if you're like me, you spend 24/7 in the house. I know you have 1 hour to go on the walk and stuff, but it's gotten to the point when I wake up and it's like, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not putting in that much effort into the head and stuff. And then it's like, you just want to sit in your tracksuit, blah, blah. And then it's gotten to the point where I don't even want to leave the house. And I know that's not fully healthy. Like, God help me to, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna take this off. This is my Stormzy heavy as the herd. Love Stormzy. But yeah, we made pizzas and it was really nice. I didn't go too crazy. I just did I did half tomato base, half barbecue base, and then I put pepperoni and some mushrooms and mozzarella. My sister put pineapple on a pizza. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. What else have I done to try keep myself sane? I go into the balcony a lot to get some fresh air. I talk to people. It makes a difference. When I'm stressed, I speak up. Listen, don't suffer in silence because no. What else? I made a homemade mask for my face. I saw on Instagram. I might insert the picture here. I saw the recipe on Instagram. I was like, you know what? Let me give it a go. It was interesting. I might do another one tonight. And yeah, I hope that's been a decent catch-up summary of the week. I didn't succeed in doing Deutsch Donnerstag or French Fridays because I've been focusing on my psycholinguistics experiment. But I promise you the languages are coming back. I feel like my uni I feel like a unibrow is good. Normally by now I would have gone to my eyebrow lady, but I can't. But languages are definitely coming back. I'm even thinking of learning Spanish after my exams, just because I don't know, I want to, why not? And obviously everyone's going on about Money Heist, which I'm not currently watching. I'm not watching the series right now because the way I binge watch is scary, and I said, okay, until you finish your exams, no more. Talking of series, okay, I know I'm chatting bare, but last thing, talking of series, on Sky, I saw that they have this series called Manifest available. I saw the advert thing and I saw the I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. He played Prince Charming / David in Once Upon a Time, the series on Netflix. If you don't know about that, go watch it. And I was like, oh, okay. After my exams, I want to watch this because it looks interesting. And I was like, let me watch the trailer of season 1 on YouTube. I went to watch the trailer. I don't know. Okay. I feel like I'm really emotional, hormonal these days. I don't even know what. I went to go watch the trailer on YouTube of season 1. And within the first, after 5 seconds, I screamed, out loud. I got in trouble because my mom thought there was something wrong with me. But I screamed because I realized I've seen this trailer before and I loved it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to watch this. So now I've got this amazing series I'm looking forward to. So it's like, we're going to work hard for 5 more weeks. And then we're going to have a party. And then we're going to start this series. And I'm going to start to learn Spanish and do all these other exciting things. And I'm buzzing. I'm really buzzing. I hope you guys are all well. I hope if you watched it to the end of this video, mind you, and God bless you. I hope you're keeping safe and sane inside. Stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay healthy. Peace. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna insert here a video. So what I've been doing, I'm trying to do everything to keep myself motivated, whether that is little notes to myself on the whiteboard so that when I wake up I see something positive. Insert here. Or I did this yesterday when I reached I reached peak. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I reached the end point. I don't know. I made a video to myself to motivate myself. It was quite funny. I felt like I was very delirious, but here it is, just for your entertainment. Hi, friend. I just want to remind you and motivate you. There are actual tears coming out my eyes, but at the same time, well, I didn't yawn, so I'm guessing they're tears, but I'm not like, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. You've come so far to now give up the towel. Now you have 5 weeks of your undergraduate degree left. 5 weeks. You know how 80% of your graduating grade is from this final year? Well, the majority of your exams and assessments are in these next 5 weeks. So I know, baby girl, you are tired.
Keep your voice down.
You keep your voice down, bro.
Excuse me.
I know you are tired. I know you're frustrated. I know you're tired of being in the house. I know all these people are getting up on your nerves. But when you eventually graduate, when you hold that certificate, when you receive it, when you see that grade, when you see that first, the people that are annoying you, they're going to be celebrating with you and even celebrating more than you. And you'll be proud and happy, and it'll just open up more doors and opportunities for you. And it'll be worth it. Hello. Yeah, it was covered. I told her it wasn't me. And then you'll have time to enjoy the series. Like, there's this new series on the Sky. I've just discovered it. It's called Manifest. It could be good. It looks good. He's from Once Upon a Time. That's where he's from. That's my friend. But I'm gonna leave you for now. I'm gonna do this thing for my mother and then go get back to my research because I've got a psycholinguistics experimental plan, baby. It was back to the work zone, back to the hard work, back to the academically packed out to-do list and structures of the day. back to the random uplifting and motivating acts from my siblings, whether that be a message on my board or, a donut from the really nice bakery near their work. Yeah, it was back to business. This is what graduating from home during a lockdown looks like. The weight gain, like this double chin that I'd lost, is back. The hair, and because I'm eating ridiculously, the breakouts is on. Like, you can't see it just like that. But when I look closely in the mirror and I observe my face, the eyebrows growing out, and I've become a morning person, thank God, because I've wanted to. But now it's like it's 9 something, and I'm trying to learn the last piece of my French script. I'm trying to get to my head, and it's almost like I can't take in any more information. Like, I'm tired, and I don't even know if it's just for this French. Like, do I need a change of scenery? Should I actually go back to Nottingham or something? I'm not sure. It's just I'm finding it more difficult to work, which is not good at all. But I don't really want to go back. Working it was fine. It's just, I think maybe when it gets around this time, I'm not even telling you how I've cried today. It's actually hard. I say 5 weeks is small, but at the same time it's long. Like, I'm genuinely tired. I didn't know how to do it all. I didn't even know why I started doing this. Like, because now it's just gonna get me thinking again about what I'm trying to about. I don't want to be overthinking things. Do you know what? I'm gonna go on to YouTube. Bye. At this point, I had come off of social media, from my phone. It was, as much as I love talking and sharing, and as much as I loved, keeping up to date with everyone in this, in the pandemic, and everyone was, everyone was documenting how they were feeling and the entertainment and the struggles and stuff like that. My degree was underlined, and I know how distracting social media can be for me. You'll say, oh, I'll just be here for 5 minutes, but then you end up scrolling for what, I don't know, a couple of hours. So I told myself I'll come up with socials on my phone, but I'll keep doing the episodes because they are a very welcomed break and distraction from my studies. And then the idea was I'd film it on my phone and transfer it to my laptop and upload it on Instagram on the laptop. Welcome back. Welcome to episode 8. Welcome to another episode of Graduating from Home. It's weird because I haven't actually been on Instagram for the past maybe week and a half or even 2 weeks. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know if you can sense it, but I feel more deflated. I don't know what has been happening with my languages lately, but I feel a bit more deflated than usual. The past week has been tough, my gosh. My exams officially started this week. Because I do languages, obviously, I have oral exams as well as written exams, and I still have a couple of assignments. So my exams started this week with oral exam. I had my French oral exam yesterday, and it was weird because I didn't like how I felt. And I know feelings aren't always the best indicators of how you've done, because I've done exams before when I didn't feel amazing, but the results were amazing, and then other exams when I didn't feel amazing and the results reflected that. But I did the exam. It was weird because obviously it was online. I did it using Microsoft Teams. It was an audio call. And regardless of how I've been feeling in terms of revision, when it comes to the revision day, I don't know, I'm always feeling good, always feeling content. If anything, I'm always excited, which I really thank God for. I feel like it's a blessing. So I was good. And then as I sat down to do the exam, it was the small things that started to bother me. the internet connection kept disconnecting, and I was like, what are you doing? Because to make sure that everything was perfect, I connected to my own data. So it was my own hotspot, and my phone was right next to the laptop. So there should have been no disconnections. And yet the app kept saying, oh, disconnecting, reconnecting. And I was like, what are you doing? Keep in mind, my oral exam was scheduled for 3:30, and this started happening at 3:29. Luckily, she was a bit late, but still, that started to get on my nerves. And then I had locked the door, but the wind suddenly got really windy, and that was irritating me. And then the dog barking outside was irritating me, and I was like, I was trying to tell myself, don't let this get you down. It's natural noises. You're completely fine. But I don't know if that affected me. I don't know if it was because it was different to how I usually do it. It just didn't feel so smooth. And it didn't even feel like I knew French. Even the people love to say you have a background in French. Yes, I do. When I was younger, I spoke French at home. I started going to school and speaking more English and speaking less French. So I have a background. In terms of grammar, it's not great, but it's both a blessing and a curse, because you should know everything, but you don't know the basics. So it's like you have the buildings, but not a great foundation. And it's just a bit whiffy-waffy. So I was a bit down yesterday, and I decided after the exam not to actually do anything. And it really dawned on me that when was the last day where I took the day off? Like, when did I last rest? I've been working non-stop every day, which is not healthy. And that's not how I work. So the fact that I was doing it, I was like, what are you even doing? No wonder you're tired. No wonder you want to stop. No wonder your brain feels like it's about to explode. So I did that. I took a 24-hour break. I slept a little later than usual. I was just watching some stuff on YouTube. I watched a movie during the evening with my sister. And then I woke up a bit later than usual. Sorry, there's a lot of birds flying around, like. And I had a nice old breakfast, and then I was just cleaning. Oh, you just feel better, don't you, after you fix the stuff in your room. I rearranged the things on like some of the storage stuff. And you know what's funny? I found this notebook. Well, it's nothing special. It's nothing special. It's a notebook from Barclays. Back in sixth form, we did like a project with them. And I was looking through the notebook. I used it for like a bunch of random stuff, but I found a lot of like maths practice. I did maths A-levels. It wasn't amazing. I don't like using the word hate, but I greatly disliked it. I disliked the whole A-level period. I just felt like I lost myself. It was extremely hard, blah blah blah. But I was going through this, and I saw all these revisions of, I can't remember what you call them anymore. But I saw all these math stuff, and it just got me thinking about how miserable I was during A-levels, and how I was finding it hard, and how I felt like this is the worst thing. This is the end. Blah blah blah. Fast forward a few months. Fast forward a couple of years. I'm loving where I'm at. And I'm enjoying myself. And not only am I fine, I'm okay. I'm great. And it really just reminded me, because obviously again I'm in an exam period, that I'm gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna be more than okay. You are gonna be more than okay. It doesn't just apply to students who are having to sit exams online, but with the whole coronavirus situation, there's a lot of uncertainties, and it is scary, no doubt. Like, you just have to watch the news for 2 minutes, and you're like, oh my gosh, you might even start crying. It is scary, but we're all gonna be okay. Like, we're gonna get through this. And I was even talking to my friend yesterday, saying how I get stressed, yes, and sometimes I have to cry, I have to let it out, and sometimes like I get so clouded by the negative thoughts that, you know, when you're just like mulling in the bad emotions, I'm like that. But really, what brings me comfort every single time is God. He is omniscient. omniscient, like all knowing, and he's omnipresent. And I always say it like this, as an omnipresent God, he's already there tomorrow, he's already in the future. And if he's there, sees everything that's happening, sees how I am, and still tells me via his word, via the Bible, that he will cause all things to work out for my good. He's essentially telling me I'm going to be good. Like, yes, you'll go for good, you'll go for bad, but they will all work out for my good. If he's gone to tomorrow, seen that, and still tells me that, it's still telling me to basically to relax and to not be fearful, then I'm going to be good. Like, if the all-knowing one is telling me that, what else do I need to know? But yeah, so that is literally what I am holding on to. I've tried to do so many things. Like, this wall is full of positive quotes. I don't even know if I can show you. Actually, I don't want to show you because the position of this camera is a bit sensitive. What else? I don't know. There was a time when I was so my siblings would go to work and I would give them my phone with them. So 9 to 5, I definitely did not have distractions from my phone, and it really works. But I felt like I just got tired and suddenly I was just losing everything. And I think one thing that is important that you shouldn't do with exams, don't forget. That was a very big bird. That was an eagle. Was it an eagle? The white birds? Who knows? Don't forget that you have a life. The past week, I've centered everything around revision, assignments, and my exams, and it's not healthy. Like, I even, God forgive me, but I was going like steady with my quiet time, and that went out the window. Food, I don't know what I've been eating. I've just been stuffing everything in my mouth. Been having a breakout, and it's also because I can't go to the eyebrow shop. Like, my eyebrow, you can't see it properly, but they're growing out. It makes me sad. But yeah, so I forgot everything about life. I found it time consuming having to talk to people on the phone, and it's not like I talk to people a lot. I'm not popular like that. I don't get phone calls like that. But you know, when you want to like check up on people, I had the intention to, and I would do it, but then say the conversation was going on for too long, and I'm like, I need to get back to my work, which is not nice. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, release a little bit for myself, and hopefully encourage you. You're gonna be okay. We are going to be okay. We're all in this together. We're all in this. Now's not the time. But yes, also I put on earrings. I only ever put on earrings to talk to you guys. It's so funny. But do you know what? I feel somewhat better. You know, even just doing, I don't know, do you, but I know cleaning the room, taking a bit longer when getting ready, putting on earrings, I feel somewhat better. I have to pop to the shop. It's weird being inside for so long. I feel like I've started to actually dislike going outside. So whereas before I would take my regular walks, nowadays I'm like, nope. But now my mum has forced me to go to the shop, just to corner shop. Because of my sister. She wants a plantain. But yeah, let's do it. I hope you guys are good. I hope you're blessed. I hope I didn't waffle too much. I don't know if there'll be another video soon. Like, part of me wants to tell you I'm going to be on hibernation until the end of my exams. Because just to do this today, like, I really had to be intentional. And really and truly, it's because I've taken a little break, my 24-hour break. But another part of me wants to be like, no, you need to keep doing this because it's a form of a break. And if you don't take a lot of breaks, you will have a breakdown. You'll burn out, and you ain't got time for that. We shall see. Yeah, I hope you are enjoying the sun rays from the window, getting some fresh air now and again. And yeah, I am good. I feel, but honestly, I do. For a minute there, I was a bit scared because I wanted to stop working. Like, you don't understand. And I knew it was really affecting me deep down because even small things that my siblings or my mom would do was irritating me. Like, to the point where I would just be rude when I didn't need to be rude. And that's so unlike myself. So I was like, okay, hold on. You need you need to reflect and check what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. And also I was praying and I was like, because obviously the French oral wasn't so amazing. My next exam is my German oral in a few days. And I couldn't help but get a bit scared. Oh, that one went not so great. Would this be the same? But it's like this piece of advice that I got a few years back. You have to treat everything as an individual event. If you wake up, your alarm didn't go off, you missed a bus, blah, 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 you can't see it as a string of bad events. You have to be like, okay, this wasn't great, let's move on. Okay, that wasn't great, let's move on. I've done the exam. I did what I could. I've prayed. I'm now leaving it in God's hands. I need to move on. French, au revoir. I was about to say I'll be the same. No, let's say I'll be the same because I'm moving on to German. So, yeah. I know today was a bit longer and I kept saying I was going to stop and then I kept talking. But it felt good. And sometimes you have to do what feels good for you. So if you want to bake, if you want to rant, if you want to do a video that only 5 people view, if you want to write, paint, draw, whatever you want to do it. I even did a little drawing the other day. Now, I'm not an artist, but it was nice. Colouring was nice. Just do whatever you want to do. Your health is most important. And make sure you're checking up on your health. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever leads are there. I don't know, but do you stay healthy, stay inside, and stay blessed. See you next time, whenever it is. Guten Tag. So it's the next day from the footage you've just seen. I decided to add this on. Or the footage is already long enough. But I have decided that, I actually am going to go on a hibernation. I don't think hibernation is the right word, but that's what I'm going to use because it feels like I'm going to go into my corner, do my thing, and then come out. I just dropped the bag. Yes, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to do it. Also, I don't know if I'm looking like an auntie today because literally I woke up and my sister's like, let's do the shop real quickly. So I rushed to get ready and I was like, bam. But we've just come back from doing our food shop and I made sure to get things that would last me. I've got 4 weeks to go. So I made sure to get brain food, as much as it is tempting. Like, you're sitting there, you're doing your work, you're revising this boring, you just want to be munching on that sweet or that chocolate. I got some brain food, some brain snacks. And then I got the sweet stuff for when it's a little late. And I was like, you worked hard, treat yourself. Oh, please don't come in. She's not coming. Yeah, so I'm going on my exam hibernation. In Lingala, there's a phrase. Hey, what's that phrase? Ian? You know how Ma was saying how you enter into the kaki? I know, but you know how, I know for me when I'm doing exams, I don't really care how it looks, so sometimes it looks a bit rough. There's a Lingala word for it. Is it Maki? I don't know. Here she is. Wagwan. But yeah, so I'm gonna go into a 4-week hibernation, come back on Instagram, because I know myself, like I could be like, I'll come on for 5 minutes, next thing you know I'm scrolling for 1 hour when I'm meant to be sleeping, and that's not good for the brain, which is not good for the exams. So we got 4 weeks to go. I'ma see you on the 22nd, on the 23rd. That's when I come back on and say hey. But until then, keep me in your prayers, keep me in your well wishes. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying inside when you can, and staying blessed. Oh, this breeze is beautiful. Yeah, this is what I deal with. Like, I'm the youngest, but it's 4 grown-ass adults in this small house. But even though they're adults, they're really kids. Like, but yeah, and then after that I might take a day to sleep. Are you dumb? Sleep, I start my shows, we'll see, and then I come back with my energetic self, exam free, stress free. Okay, now I'm waffling. Yes, it is. No, that's what you get. Scene for these. All of my lovelies, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay inside, and yeah, put yourself first. Okay, ciao. Hi, friends. Don't know why I thought I would do this, but I've got my German oral exam. And what time is it now? It's 12:28. So in 1 hour and 32 minutes, which it's I think you can say excited, but I don't think it's fully excited. It's from the I think I've got a nervous laughter. So I'm just here with my stress ball. Am I the only one who, with a stress ball, instead of like actually squeezing it like that, I just love to throw it in the air and throw it off the wall? Yeah, I'm just looking at the text. I went through it yesterday. Made us like was trying. When you just talk to yourself, bro. Can I even talk? I'm just trying to like imagine German conversation and come up with sentences in my head and speak to myself in German. And now I'm just looking at the text because the exam does start with a summary of the text. So I don't know if I should like write out a summary, but my mind is a bit. So I'm trying to get to relax. And talking to you, just talking does help me to relax. So, raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us. Okay. Also, die hell ist natürlich über. I don't know how or why it works, but I discovered a while back at uni that I find it very calming to just have the camera on my phone on and recording, and it doesn't even have to be recording anything, but I like it on in the background. And sometimes I talk to it, sometimes I don't, but if I'm stressed out for whatever reason, I just turn on the camera and just it's sort of like having a companion, but it's not, because obviously it's not a human. If anything, it's a second me. But yeah, so yeah. Amazing. I don't know if I'm allowed to bring it now. Why am I like this? Why am I so annoying? Oh, sorry, you don't want to see my toes. I mean, I don't mind my toes, but I know some people have like a feet phobia. But why am I like this? Like, why am I like, what am I doing? My lips feel a bit dry. Also, I got this the other day. I really like it. It's not every day you buy a lip balm that just makes your lips shiny. What I look for most of the time is moisture. You don't have to shine for people to see from the sky, but as long as it's moisturized, that's what I like. Because honestly, I despise the texture and feeling of dry lips or even dry hands. Isn't that much better? But yeah, just trying to keep calm. Nah, these birds are flying close to the windows. Should I speak to myself in German? Ja, okay, wir können auf Deutsch sprechen. Aber ich weiß nicht, was zu sagen. Ich habe ein bisschen Angst, aber das ist normal. Ich bin ein bisschen nervös. Ich muss mich erinnern. Ach, always a tongue twister. Es ist einfach eine Unterhaltung. Es ist nur zwei Menschen. Wir sprechen auf eine Sprache, das wir verstehen und das wir lieben. Can you come with me? Can I ask someone? Okay. I can't juggle that. I guess I'm in general teamwork. You might have a five. Yes, this is sorry, but let me write some notes. I'll write some notes. Und im Vergleich zu dem Vergangenheit ist es zählungsfähiger. Okay. Do I have a pen? Pen for a pencil case. What's pencil case in German? I know in French is Trost. Vielleicht ein Tasche für meine Stühle. I haven't done. You know how in primary school you do like the pencil case and the pen. I haven't done those things. Ein blauer Stuhl. Genau. Ich weiß, es sieht wie es ist schwarz, aber es ist wirklich blau. Wie das. Blau. I can't, yeah, you can see that. Also. Der Artikel, die Artikel, das Artikel, die Text. Die Text spricht über prostitution. Oh, Martin, my phone is a battery. Oh, the Bible app just sent me something titled I Will Not Fear. Oh yeah, it's a reminder of the Bible plan I was doing. Perfect timing. I will not fear. What does it mean to not fear? It's not that you won't feel fear. As humans, we feel every single emotion. But it means that you won't dwell in fear. Do not be afraid is not the same thing as do not feel afraid. Do not be. Be is to be present. It's to be existent. It's to be partaken in that state. And so do not be afraid. Do not be living in the afraidness. Do not be present in the afraidness. Feel it and surpass that. Hold on to your faith to go higher, to go beyond that fear. Boom, shakalaka. Ow. Sorry. Yeah. Someone's a bit excited today. Es fängt mit wow, the brows are very strong. They are definitely growing. But what up, people? This looks a bit higher than usual. What up? I had my exam. What time is it now? Sorry, I'm trying to press my. It's 3:27. So I finished it about 30-40 minutes ago. And I know we said we don't rely on feelings, but it felt good. And I'm happy about that because I was quite worried. If you saw the nervous laughter, it was quite deep. So honestly, beforehand, I was like, God, please. And I just pray. You know when you pray, like when you sincerely pray. And it was good. I enjoyed it. And the things that I said, I was like, yeah, these are good pointers. And there were a few moments when the specific vocab that I wanted to say, I couldn't remember. And I was like, oh my gosh. But we thank God for intelligence and the way our brain works and the fact that language is just so beautiful. I essentially said it by using other things. So maybe, and they say there was a noun I couldn't remember. I would sort of describe the noun, but it still made sense. So we're good. But it's just such a relief. That was the last exam over Teams that I had to do. And it's quite something because you wake up, then you wait for the time, then you're like, okay, let's do it. So I thank God that's over now. Yeah. I made it. Now I've got 2 more assignments and 3 more written exams to go. And we can do this. You can do it. I can do it. We're gonna be just fine. Mwah. Hello, camera, and whoever may be watching this, whether that is you, yourself, Rose, or someone else. Today, is it past midnight? Let me just check for you. Not yet, in 16 minutes. But I have about 3 weeks and 2 days left until my last exam of my undergraduate degree. And tomorrow is my French written. And after that, it's really heavy things. It's my 2 assignments. It's the translation coursework, which I've got a lot of work to do. I've basically only just started, and it's my psycholinguistics experiment in my group, and then my 3 written exams. There's a lot of content heavy days coming, and I think not that I've had it easy, but the past week or so has been somewhat lighter. But I'm nervous, more scared than nervous. I just don't want to mess it up. I won't mess it up. I'm just praying to leave it in God's hands. I'm praying that I'm not tired these next 3 weeks. Like, I know my body will want to feel tired, and my brain will want to feel tired, but I'm praying honestly that God's strength surpasses what it's ever been in my body, because there is a lot to do. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And I want to do well. I just want to do well. And it's tough. Like, I keep contemplating, should I be here in London? Should I be in Nottingham? But I'm here in London and I have to sit down and I just have to make the most of the situation. I'm just really scared. Because I know these next few weeks are going to be mad. And so it's like, when you're stepping into something big. And I know I can't belittle it. It's going to be, I most likely will be sleeping less. Even though I have nowhere to go. I've bought coffee already. So I'll probably be drinking that. I don't even think there'll be time to work. Like, when I eat, it will literally be a 5-10 minutes sit down, eat, or even just eat while working. Like, I know it's gonna be crazy for weeks. But I'm praying God guide me for it. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Like, I don't know. I can't. Like, it's gonna be over soon, but I have to. I need to do the impossible. I want to smash the 3 weeks. And I don't want to not smash it because I'm tired. No. I think I might maybe plan to go to Nottingham for a week afterwards and just rest. I'm having to pay for my rent, even though I'm not staying in a bloody room, which I do not even want to get started about. If you saw the email I sent, yeah, it's just, I think before I do big things, I'm always like, oh, can I do it? Can I not? And obviously I can do it. I've done it before. I was saying before, whenever I have to do hard things, I'm always like, you did the Daniel fast. You could do this. The Daniel fast was a challenge of life. But yeah, you're gonna be okay. You're more than okay. You're gonna be great. You're gonna work hard in the next few weeks, and you're gonna enjoy the hard work, because it means when the exams come, you're showing off all the information that they taught you, all the information that you learned, that you researched, that just that amazingness and that intelligence that God has placed in you, and it's for His glory. So you're gonna be great. Even if I want to watch movies or whatever to take breaks, there's not really movies that I want to watch. It's just shows. And I literally just started a list right now of shows. Right now I'm thinking, well, I need the money obviously to do it, but I'll go to Nottingham for a week or so, rewatch my series and stuff. So far my list says Manifest, New Amsterdam. Yeah? Go. Manifesting into them young children carrying on a bit of modern family. I believe it's the last season. But yeah, you can do this. You have to wake up every day and record yourself, telling yourself you have to do this. You will. It's gonna be hard. I think that's what I'm nervous about. It's gonna be hard. But hard doesn't mean impossible. It's gonna be very hard. And you're gonna get very tired. But our strength is greater in what lies in this world. So every time you're like, no, can't do this, you can. Yeah? I'm coming. But I've got to go. Mum's calling me, and then I think I'm just gonna go to bed and not stress out. Right, ciao. So I mentioned the Daniel fast, and for those of you who don't know, the Daniel fast is a fast that some Christians do. It's based on the fasting that Daniel in the Bible did. That's how do I describe it? It's very. There's a lot of things he didn't eat, and I mean you can really list the things he ate on his hand, but it's stuff like I think you can only eat things grown from the ground, and nothing nothing that's been changed. What's that word when you use nothing that's been, like added sugars, and when they change food, oh my gosh, the word is, I've lost it right now. But the Daniel fast, I did it. I decided that I wanted to challenge myself spiritually, and I don't know, I just wanted to go on like a big thing and really, get closer to God, provide the opportunity to get closer to God. And I knew it was going to be tough because I love food. My sister just made some bomb ass milkshake. It's Oreo and Snickers, which at first I was like, but this tastes real good. And I love to eat. And I don't have any restrictions in my diet whatsoever. And the Daniel fast is essentially you becoming vegan, but on top of that, you can't eat sugar. Even saying that, I can't believe I did it. But yeah, I did that. It was 21 days. It's a 21-day fast. And it was bloody hard, but one of the best things I have ever done. Spiritually, I felt I don't know, I just experienced things, and I felt a change. And physically, I felt more free. Like, I definitely saw the effects of having a vegan diet. Whether I could be vegan for a whole lifetime, I don't know, but I enjoyed the 3 experiences, and it had me, like, it challenged what I could cook. There was not a lot of options, but I started to discover more things. So doing that for a girl who eats so much chocolate and eats, just whatever she wants, doing that and having enjoyed it, I was like, you know what, if you can do that, you most definitely can do this. As you can see, things started to get very, very intense. And your girl started to get stressed. And I ended up spending much less time worried about how I look. I was at home all the time, so no one was seeing me, and I didn't see the point in even getting dressed. I know that it can help you just feel better inside, but literally from the moment I woke up till the moment I went to bed, it was work. It was all about work. How much I had to do, how much I'd covered, just the exams, the assignments, the projects, whatever. It was all about work. So I feel the need to pre-warn you. A lot of the remaining footages, you will see me in the same dressing gown. It looks a bit trampish, yes, I know, but I assure you, I still maintained my hygiene. I would shower every day. I would change clothing, yes. But the jumper or the thing I would put on top, the majority of the time was a dressing gown, purely because it was so comfortable and it had a hood. It wasn't even mine, it was my sister's, but she was at work and I was here, so I was like, you know what, let's do this. There we go. Don't know if you can see that. A rainbow has just appeared, in fact, and now there's even a bit of blue sky. But it made me feel a bit uplifted, and I wanted to document or just comment on how I feel like my emotions have really been mirroring the weather. Because the couple of days that it was raining, like I was really just not in the mood, and even today I was here in my room. I pushed through. I still revised. I still did my work, but boy, did I feel awful. And then seeing the rainbow made me just feel a bit, uplifted, and this blue sky is just making me feel like there is light in my life. So I wasn't feeling 100%, and most definitely not looking it. But there's this thing I like to do once in a while, especially when I'm feeling, when I don't look so good on the outside. Not that I look ugly, but if I first looked, I'd be like, oh, girl. So I do this thing where I just smile and take a picture, because I like to remind myself, in the great words of J. Cole, that I may not be picture perfect, but I'm worth the picture still. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot what I started fighting for. So there are some things we need to address. First of all, I don't know. I clearly wasn't thinking about. I know I wasn't thinking about my parents, but my gosh, did you see the mismatching colors on that? Oh, come on, Rose. You can do better. My apologies that your eyes had to see that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Clearly, I wasn't thinking about my clothes. But yeah, that is. Two, you could see how my wall changed from my beautiful wall of positivity and motivational quotes to now being covered in academic work. Yes, everything about my life had come about the academics. And three, no, I can't sing. I can't sing. I'm sorry. I apologize. If I could sing, believe me, you would be hearing my voice all the time. I mean, you do, because I talk a lot and I talk a lot on socials, but you'd be hearing my singing voice. But I was not blessed with a singing voice. God himself knows why, because Lord knows I would go on every single competition, but I can't sing. But that doesn't stop me from singing like 8% of the time. It's so incredible how those lyrics actually relate to how I was feeling. I want to keep this on. It's so weird that I haven't got earrings on whenever I'm in whenever I'm with people. I always have earrings on, so it feels a bit weird. But hello. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date, but there's these sort of like clashes going on between different artists on this radio show. It's all fun and love. But today's one is someone. Today's one is Drake and Rihanna, I believe. But anyway, I'm not there. I was listening to Blade as I sort of unwind and get ready for bed. You can see there's like papers and blue tack all around me. I told my sister, I was like, I apologize if it turns into a bit of a linguistics, whatever. But to be fair, that's German. But German will be over in about, 3-ish days. Since it is open book, I want to have all my grammar stuff in front of me. As I write, you can't, like, it goes further up, but you can't miss it. Do I want to move the camera? I've literally got it on the top of a chair. But that's linguistics. That's my schedule for the remaining 1 week and 6 days. I've got the topics for each day. Exam days, I've got it left blank, just the exam. We're gonna do this in Jesus' name, by God's grace, and it's exciting. I'm praying that I can wake up refreshed every day, because I was praying and I was like, God, give me energy beyond what I've ever had before. Like, if I'm feeling tired, fatigued, bound, whatever, let me not feel it. Once the 25 hits, then you can give it to me. But at the same time, you're a loving God, so by your mercy, help me hold that from me. But yeah, my hair. To be fair, it's quarantine, so because I took out my twist ever since I did that, my hair has just been natural in those small plaits that I can do because I can't cane roll yet. But I told myself after the exam, I'm actually gonna do my own hair. I'm gonna try do some jumbo braids, and yeah, my hair feels hot. Maybe because I'm dancing. Do I want to show you my linguistics part, but the room is also messy because my sister has got her clothes everywhere. Oh, okay. So I've literally just started that wall today. It's linguistics. That's it's the speech organs. So if we go closer, this is weird because I can't flip my camera. I can't see what's on the floor. My okay, that's the best I can do. But that's yeah, so that's all the parts. That's all the different muscles basically that you use. Muscles and other stuff like the teeth, tongue, blah blah blah, to make the speech that you produce. This is the international phonetic alphabet, which is basically the sound symbols for every single sound there is in the world. No prejudice to any languages. And then there's just a bit of extra information, and that's some info about selective mutism. Right, let's get you back to me. I don't know what I did, where it was. I've got 1 week and 6 days to go, not long to go at all. I am super duper excited for when I can go shopping and not be like, I need to go back and be thinking about this. I'm just praying that I work hard, get it all done. And yeah, so I feel like I can't remember what I was gonna say. You can see, well, if you've watched my past stuff, you can definitely see a weight gain. Like, I couldn't see it at first, and I was in the mirror. I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, my face is definitely more rounder. Like, I feel like my features are even lost. Like, what? To be fair, my features were big cheeks. So. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to my Glee songs and my microphone, and because I want to wake up early. I want to wake up around 7 to start working around 9, and it's already what 9:40, I think. 9:48. I might try to do some journaling before I sleep. But yeah, this is me. Even the color coordinations, I'm trying to just save all my energy for the academics. So everything else, clothes, food. To be fair, I thought it was going to be such a struggle graduating from home, which has definitely been tough. It's been a challenge, one that I've learned from, and I'm grateful for many reasons. And other time I'm like, eh. But it has had its, I don't know, benefits. What is happening to the speech? My family have definitely been more considerate and helping me. Even the joke sometimes is nice, just keeps you, make sure you're not stressed all the time. But in terms of food, like, there's food Friday all the time, okay? And then because I know I have a lot to do, I can get stressed. It's like they're being extra nice, which is just like, what? I actually feel like a baby. My mom calls me baby all the time because I'm her youngest child. But I genuinely feel it's like, yeah, I was gonna say queen, but it's not really queen because I still get like called upon. I feel like a baby, and the food is good. I ain't gonna lie, people got spare time on their hands, so the food is good, and the bacon, and the dessert. My eyes are tearing. I'm not actually crying. People think I'm crying all the time, but I have sensitive eyes. But yeah, I'm waffling now. I wanna get back to my music. Baby, come with me, son. Sorry, it just feels weird. So yeah, it's week. I don't know. I was gonna say it's week something. I'm graduating from home, but I've got no clue. This is no longer an episode. This is just another segment of the documentary. My color coordination is off. My hair is Lord knows, but earrings are nowhere in sight. But I am working hard, and I'm graduating. I'm gonna be a graduate. Right, ciao, my lovelies. You will win if you just don't quit.